Passport to Transformation, How Travel Rewrites Your Life Story? Welcome, fellow adventurers and dreamers. Today we're embarking on a journey that promises to change the way you see the world and yourself. I'm thrilled to share with you the incredible insights I've gained from interviewing Ranesha Springer, a visionary travel agency owner who's not just planning trips but orchestrating life-changing experiences.
Ranesha isn't just a travel expert. She's a modern-day explorer, pushing the boundaries of what's possible and showing us how travel can be a powerful catalyst for personal growth and global understanding. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Imagine stepping off a plane into a world you've only dreamed about. The air smells different, the sounds are unfamiliar, and suddenly you're hyper-aware of everything around you. That, my friends, is the magic of travel. But here's the million-dollar question. Why do some people return from their journeys with a newfound zest for life while others come back more stressed than when they left? Well, buckle up, because we're about to dive into the transformative power of travel, and trust me, after this talk, you'll never look at your passport the same way again. Let's start with the confession. I used to be one of those people who thought travel was just about ticking destinations off a bucket list. You know, snap a selfie at the Eiffel Tower, check, eat pasta in Rome, check. But oh, how wrong I was. Ranesha Springer opened my eyes to a whole new world of possibilities. She believes, and I now wholeheartedly agree, that travel isn't just about where you go. It's about who you become in the process. Think about it. When was the last time you did something for the first time? When did you last feel that exhilarating mix of excitement and nervousness that comes with stepping into the unknown? For many of us, those moments are few and far between in our daily lives. But travel? Travel serves those moments up on a silver platter, garnished with a side of personal growth and a sprinkle of life-changing revelations. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that sounds great, but I'm not a seasoned globetrotter. I get stressed just planning a trip to the next town. And you know what? You're not alone. In fact, Ranesha shared a story that might sound familiar to many of you. Picture this. A couple, let's call them Mark and Sarah, had always dreamed of visiting Italy. They could practically taste the gelato, feel the cobblestones under their feet, and hear the melodious Italian flowing around them. But year after year, they put it off. Why? Because the thought of planning such a trip was more terrifying than an Italian driver in Rome. They didn't speak a word of Italian beyond pizza and pasta. They had no idea where to start with the itinerary. And don't even get them started on the fear of making a costly mistake and ending up in a hotel that looked nothing like the pictures online. Sound familiar? I bet many of us have been there, done that, and got the oversized I Love NY t-shirt to prove it. But here's where Ranesha's expertise comes in like a knight in shining armor. Or should I say, a travel guru in comfortable walking shoes? She and her team took care of everything for Mark and Sarah. They didn't just book a trip, they crafted an experience. From charming boutique hotels that oozed Italian charm to private guides who knew the cities better than their own living rooms. They even arranged a cooking class with a local chef where Mark and Sarah learned to make pasta from scratch and probably had a Lady in the Tramp moment over a plate of spaghetti. The result? When Mark and Sarah returned, they weren't just tanned and full of carbs, they were transformed. They told Ranesha it was the most incredible experience of their lives, and they regretted not doing it sooner. This wasn't just a vacation, it was a journey of discovery, both of Italy and of themselves. They learned to navigate a new culture, picked up some Italian phrases, probably more than just ordering wine, and discovered a passion for cooking they never knew they had. But here's the kicker. The real magic happened when they weren't looking. In between the guided tours and the pasta making, Mark and Sarah found themselves again. Away from the daily grind, the endless to-do lists, and the constant pings of notifications, they rediscovered why they fell in love in the first place. They laughed more in those 2 weeks than they had in the past year. They held hands as they strolled through ancient ruins, and they stayed up late talking about their dreams for the future. This story illustrates one of the key points Ranesha emphasized, the power of stress-free travel planning. By entrusting the logistics to experts, we free ourselves to fully embrace the joy of the journey. We can focus on immersing ourselves in new experiences, rather than worrying about train schedules or hotel bookings. It's like having a backstage pass to the world, all the perks, none of the hassle. But Ranesha's insights go beyond just the logistics of travel. She opened my eyes to how travel can be a powerful tool for strengthening relationships. Think about it. When we travel with loved ones, we're stripped of our usual distractions. There's no work emails to check, no household chores to do. We're fully present, sharing new experiences and creating shared memories. Let me share another fascinating story Ranesha told me. This time it was about a multi-generational family who embarked on a safari adventure in Africa. Now, planning a trip for a group with diverse interests and age ranges can be more challenging than trying to herd cats. But with careful planning and consideration, this family had an experience that brought them closer than ever before. Imagine grandparents, parents, and children all marveling together at the sight of elephants roaming freely across the savannah. Picture them sharing stories around a campfire under a star-filled African sky, the Milky Way stretching out above them like nature's own IMAX screen. These shared experiences created bonds and memories that will last a lifetime. The teenagers put down their phones, I know, miracle, right? And actually talked to their parents. The grandparents, usually relegated to holiday dinners and occasional visits, became the heroes of the trip with their stories and wisdom. And the parents, they got to see their family in a whole new light, away from the routines and roles of everyday life. This story resonated with me deeply. How often do we get to spend quality time with our families, free from the distractions of everyday life? Travel provides that opportunity. It allows us to see our loved ones in a new light, to create inside jokes and shared experiences that we'll reminisce about for years to come. It's like pressing the reset button on our relationships, reminding us of why we love each other in the first place. But I know what some of you might be thinking. That sounds great, but I can't afford luxury safaris or Italian getaways. I'm more bologna sandwich than beluga caviar. And this brings me to another crucial point that Ranesha emphasized. Travel doesn't have to break the bank. She shared a story of a solo traveler, let's call her Emma, who dreamed of exploring Southeast Asia but was working with a budget tighter than my jeans after a pasta-filled trip to Italy. Many people might have told Emma to put off her dream until she had more money saved up. But not Ranesha. Instead, she used her expertise and insider knowledge to help Emma plan a budget-friendly trip that didn't compromise on experiences. The result? Emma was able to explore the vibrant streets of Bangkok, trek through the lush jungles of northern Thailand, and relax on the beautiful beaches of Bali, all while staying within her ramen noodle budget. She stayed in locally owned guest houses, ate at street food markets that made her taste buds dance, and used public transportation that provided more adventure than any roller coaster. Not only did this approach save money, but it also provided a more authentic, immersive experience of the local culture. Emma didn't just see Southeast Asia, she lived it. She made friends with locals, learned to cook dishes she couldn't pronounce, and even tried her hand at bartering in the markets with varying degrees of success. This story challenges the common misconception that travel is a luxury reserved for the wealthy. With smart planning and insider knowledge, incredible experiences are within reach, regardless of your budget. It's not about how much you spend, but how you choose to engage with the places you visit and the people you meet along the way. Now, I want to address something that I believe holds many of us back from pursuing our travel dreams, the idea that there will be a perfect time to travel. We tell ourselves we'll go on that dream trip when we have more money, when the kids are older, when work is less busy. But here's the truth that Ranesha so powerfully conveyed. There is no perfect time. Life is unpredictable, and there will always be reasons to put it off. The best time to explore the world is now, whether you have a specific destination in mind or just feel the need for a change of scenery. Taking that leap and prioritizing travel can be transformative. Travel has this incredible ability to shake us out of our routines, to challenge our perspectives, and to help us grow in ways we never expected. Renisha told me about a client who had always wanted to learn Spanish. Instead of signing up for classes at home, they decided to spend a month in Spain, combining language lessons with cultural immersion. Not only did they make more progress with the language than they ever had in traditional classes, but they also gained confidence, made new friends from around the world, and discovered a passion for Spanish cuisine that went far beyond paella. This experience changed the trajectory of their life, leading them to pursue international business opportunities they had never considered before, all because they decided to say yes to adventure instead of maybe someday. This story illustrates how travel can be a catalyst for personal growth and new opportunities. It pushes us out of our comfort zones, challenges our assumptions, and opens our eyes to new possibilities. In a world that's becoming increasingly interconnected, the skills we gain through travel, adaptability, cultural sensitivity, language skills are more valuable than ever. But it's not just about personal growth. Travel also has the power to broaden our perspectives and increase our empathy. When we interact with people from different cultures, when we see how others live and view the world, it becomes harder to hold on to stereotypes or narrow viewpoints. Travel shows us the common humanity we share, regardless of our differences. Ranesha shared a powerful anecdote about a client who had always been skeptical of a particular culture based on what they had seen in the media. But after spending time in that country, meeting locals, and experiencing the culture firsthand, their entire perspective shifted. They came back with a newfound appreciation for the culture and a determination to challenge stereotypes in their own community. This is the transformative power of travel. It's not just about the photos we take or the souvenirs we bring back. It's about the ways we grow, the perspectives we gain, and the connections we make. It's about becoming citizens of the world, understanding that our way of life is just one of many, and that there's beauty in our differences as well as our similarities. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a challenge inspired by my conversation with Ranesha Springer. Don't wait for the perfect time to pursue your travel dreams. Start planning your next adventure today, whether it's a weekend getaway to a nearby city or that round the world trip you've always dreamed of. Remember, travel is not just a luxury or an escape, it's an investment in yourself, in your relationships, and in your understanding of the world. It's a powerful tool for personal growth, for strengthening bonds, and for broadening perspectives. And if the planning process seems overwhelming, don't let that stop you. Reach out to a travel advisor like Ranesha. Let them handle the logistics so you can focus on the excitement of the journey ahead. As the great Mark Twain once said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The world is waiting for you. It's calling your name, inviting you to explore its wonders, to challenge your assumptions, to grow in ways you never imagined. Will you answer that call? I challenge you to take action today. Start small if you need to. Learn a few phrases in a new language. Try a cuisine you've never tasted before. Plan a weekend trip to a nearby town you've never visited. These small steps can be the beginning of your transformative journey. And for those of you who are ready to take the leap into bigger adventures, remember this: the only thing standing between you and the trip of a lifetime is the decision to make it happen. Don't let fear, doubt, or the illusion of a perfect time hold you back. The perfect time is now, and the perfect place is wherever your heart leads you. So, my fellow adventurers, are you ready to rewrite your life story? Are you prepared to step out of your comfort zone and into a world of endless possibilities? The choice is yours. The world is waiting. Where will your next chapter take you? Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Take that step today. Book that trip. Learn that language. Try that new experience. Your future self will thank you for the incredible memories, the personal growth, and the expanded worldview. As you leave here today, I want you to feel the excitement bubbling up inside you. I want you to feel the anticipation of new adventures on the horizon. But most of all, I want you to feel empowered to make your travel dreams a reality. Because at the end of the day, we're not just talking about travel. We're talking about living life to the fullest. We're talking about creating a life rich in experiences, connections, and personal growth. We're talking about becoming the best version of ourselves. So go forth and explore. Let the world be your classroom, your playground, and your inspiration. And remember, in the words of the great Anthony Bourdain, if you're 22, physically fit, hungry to learn and be better, I urge you to travel as far and as widely as possible. Sleep on floors if you have to. Find out how other people live and eat and cook. Learn from them wherever you go. The world is your oyster. It's time to go find your pearl. Safe travels, my friends, and may your journeys be as transformative as they are exciting. The adventure of a lifetime awaits. Are you ready to embark?